Hello, I'm Nikki Lilly.
My name is Einel Tomlinson.
Hello, I'm Luke Franks.
Hello, I'm Jermaine Julian.
And I express myself by creating content.
I first discovered comedy when I was a kid. I used to love dashing home from school to watch shows like Sister Sister and Kenan and Kel, because the way it made me feel was I could see like-minded people like myself that looked like me being funny on the TV screen, and everybody loved them.
From a really early age, I've always loved making my own little videos. We had a little family iPad and I would steal it from my brother and my sister, and I would film my own little videos with the camera and pretend that I was on my own TV show. I would do an American accent.
I was super happy to kind of watch these shows, and it gave me the passion and drive to actually become an actor and a comedian myself.
So there's a family video of me when I'm about 7 doing a magic show, which is really, really bad. None of the tricks work, but my gran and my mum apparently sat there, they've told me since, and they weren't allowed to laugh because if they laughed at me, I'd get really stressed out at them. So I feel like that was when I first wanted to start making videos, and then later when kind of YouTube happened, I lived with a YouTuber and she was making videos, so it made me want to have a go as well.
I think I first knew I really wanted to make my own films when I was about 9 or 10 years old, and my mum used to set up summer schemes for kids in underprivileged areas, and she brought in a little camera team for us all to work with and collaborate to make a little short film that we acted in, did camera work on, edited.
When I got diagnosed with my condition, I lost a big piece of what made Nikki Nikki, and I lost my true self and my true genuine happiness. Filming videos and creating my own videos allowed me to express myself in a way that I hadn't been able to from getting diagnosed and up until that point. It gave me back my spark, and it allowed me to express myself however I wanted to, and without feeling judged, without feeling like I had to hold back, and it allowed me to find myself and grow as a person.
When the final project was finished, I knew that was something I wanted to chase in my career in the future.
I think creating content is one of the most fun ways to express yourself ever, because you get to do everything. You get to think of the idea, maybe write a few notes if you come up with a funny video idea, then you get to film it at home yourself, so you get to actually use the camera and set up the filming how you want it to look, and then you get to edit it yourself as well.
Now I'm a TV director and I work on shows like Wolf Blood, Holby City, Grant Jester, and what I really love about having chased my dreams is the collaborative effort working with actors, writers, even costume and makeup departments.
And yeah, you can do loads of fun stuff with it, and there's no limits, so it's really fun.
There is definitely something special about creating your own videos. I think for me, it's especially that it's literally just me and a camera. There's no one else in the room when I do it, and so it again allows me to not feel like I need to hold back and like I can be my truest self.
What I love about comedy is its ability to take hardships in your life or tough situations you've been in and flip them round and turn them into fun and joyous moments that you can spread along and help other people.
No one really understood what I was going through, and I felt really isolated and couldn't really explain myself because I didn't even understand what I was going through myself. So it allowed me to have an outlet to escape, and also an outlet where I felt like I could be understood. And it was like my little positive corner of the internet and diary entry to look back on, and it's amazing to see now my self-growth throughout the years.
I've been in some tough places, but I've then turned them into comedy routines and told them to people, and I'm able to kind of find joy in recounting those tales in a funny and dynamic way that other people, it may resonate with them, but also find quite funny as well.
Just chasing that one vision with everybody's efforts kind of adding to that so that we can deliver a really amazing program that an audience will love and hopefully return to.
When I was a kid and I was quite young, I was really shy. I didn't like to stand up in front of class, but the more you kind of do videos at home and kind of just get used to that, the more confident you get.
I think I discovered how underconfident I was I went from being the most outgoing person to being quite underconfident in every aspect, especially because I was someone that looked different.
What I discovered about myself whilst becoming a director is that my dyslexia hasn't held me back. I have to work twice as hard just to kind of work with the scripts and make sure that I'm sort of really reading what's on the page. But I think my dyslexia somehow makes me more creative and allows me to come up with shots maybe that other people wouldn't.
Being more confident now and more sure of myself and my true self now, and more self-confident and things like that, it's made me see my progress.
It's taught me to be patient as well, like to work hard but also be patient and keep going with stuff, because it takes a while to build up a following, and you need to kind of do it over and over and over again, and then eventually that happens. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
Obviously, with becoming more self-confident and things like that, it's helped me make more friends. It's helped me feel less nervous about what people think of me. And it's helped me say yes to a lot more and approach life with more freedom, less scared of what people think of me. It's helped me feel like I can be more myself and freer in who I am and more accepting of who I am.
So I try and express myself just by trying to be as fun as I can with my work every day.
There's many ways in which I like to express myself. I like to learn new skills in order to kind of create some of the crazy things that are going on in my head. So for example, most recently, I've been creating my own video game.
I've struggled with OCD for as long as I can remember. Since I was a young kid, I didn't know what it was for a long time. So sometimes I can get stuck in like negative thinking and being scared of the future and that sort of thing. So creating content and just having fun, creating silly videos is a way of just putting that aside for a minute, working on that later, and just having fun and a bit of time out.
I've been learning how to make my very own video game so I can put all the ideas that I find fun in a game, and also unique things that are unique, special to me, and I wanted to try and see if I could implement them into a video game that other people could enjoy as well.
If I could give any advice to anyone trying to make their own content out there, it's simply to just do it. Get out there and do it. Don't think about it for too long. Don't overthink it. If you haven't got the equipment, borrow some from somebody, work with somebody, because it's actually much more fun to collaborate than to do it on your own.
Just go for it. Don't think about what other people are going to think of you. If it is something that genuinely makes you happy and that you want to pursue and you want to further kind of like look at and discover, then do it.
Yeah, so some advice if you want to be a content creator yourself, you love making videos. First of all, you've obviously got to like doing it. That's the main thing.
I know nowadays a lot of people have smartphones, and you can use those smartphones, to just try out different things. And particularly for comedy, maybe try out some characters. You don't even have to share it with anyone. You can do it just for yourself to find out what you kind of like, what you find interesting.
Just get out there and film something, and whatever that is, if it's a vlog, talk about what you really love and what kind of really interests you and gets you excited. If you want to make yourself a little short film, try and find an asset that you can film with that's easy for you to sort of be around, and then film around that. So if you've got someone with an amazing look, but they're not necessarily a good actor, then shoot a silent movie around them. Or if you've got an amazing location that looks amazing, then write something to fit around that location.
And maybe you can kind of create some unique and fun characters that you might be able to use in maybe like a play you're writing, or maybe a comedy sketch, or maybe like a fun online video series.
I would either make videos that are like relatable, so are like funny, or things that you laugh about with your friends that other people might find funny as well, or things that give people value or like teach them something. Because if you do one of those two things, then someone who's never seen your videos before can watch it and they'll either be laughing or they'll find something new that they didn't know before, and then they're more likely to follow you. So I'd say stick to that, and that's a good way to kind of grow your audience.
Share anything you want. If you like, I don't know, riding a bicycle, share that with the world. If you don't feel like you have that person to share that with in your real life, create your own little corner where you can be your truest self that you always hope to be, in your freest self, where you can share everything that makes you happy and the things that make you, you.
But whatever you do, just make sure you do it. Just get out there and film something, and then look at it back, and then film something else, and just keep on going until you find yourself in a, you know, that really comfortable position where making your own content is second nature to you.
The first step is just trying. Like, turn the camera on, express yourself, find out what works. If it doesn't work, throw away, try it again.
Be yourself, express who you are, and the rest will come naturally.
Hello, my name is Braden Ben and I won the BAFTA Kids Young Presenter competition back in 2017. I'm a massive football fan. My team is Manchester City. So what I started to do was create videos and films about the football club that I love the most. But my experience with BAFTA has actually led on to other opportunities. Like now, I'm a regular presenter on a Sky Kids news show called FYI. Now, for your activities, I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and set 2, or suggest 2 in fact. Now, first up is the 30-second challenge. What you've got to do is you've basically just got to talk about a random subject for 30 seconds by filling in the gaps. You cannot leave any gaps at all. So, Dad, set us one.
Tomatoes.
It's a bit of a weird one, innit? Tomatoes. Right, so tomatoes, they're round, they're red, and they're very nice on a sandwich. In fact, one of my favourites on a sandwich, you know, bit of ham, bit of cheese, bit of a tomato. Mwah. We tried to do that. I mean, it wouldn't go as well because I'm always in the garden. So honestly, tomatoes, as I've said, are very, very nice. Now, also...
Right, we get it.
Right, so guys, for your next activity, why not think about entering the Young Presenter competition? Now, we're going to stick with the theme of Children's Mental Health Week. So when you do your short film, just start off by saying your name and how you express yourself. You could talk about music, sport, exploring, or whatever you enjoy the most. Now, don't worry if you don't want to enter the competition, it's completely fine, because you could just create something, you know, to show your friends or family. But whatever you do, just remember, it's a great way of expressing ourselves. Now, guys, there you have it. There it is. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon.